Over $74,000 for this Volkswagen ID Buzz. You have to be kidding me. This is completely insane. That is a lot of money for a Volkswagen. Over $70,000, and we haven't even gotten into the dealership. This is why I do what I do, to expose a lot of these dealers. Because look at this dealership adding, look at this one, 69,000, but it's up here, 67. This is the big problem with dealerships. $349 for window tint, which we've seen a lot worse, okay. But a lot of this stuff should be taken off, because how much do they pay for window tint? Most likely they paid someone $50, if that. And you can argue it's because they do so many window tints, so he's giving them a deal. But still, all this other stuff, the door edge guard, all this stuff is extremely marked up BS, and at least you get this for free. It's like, come on. And the documentation fee for $300, at least they're being upfront about it and putting it on the vehicle. But it's like, come on, take this stuff off. This is why people don't like dealerships. They don't like added fee, added fee, added fee, added fee, added fee. I mean, what are you thinking? You know what I mean? So people are done with it. They're tired of it. But at least they're not doing like a market adjustment, because I've heard dealers doing market adjustments on these things. I don't know why anybody would pay a market adjustment for it, but hey, some people might like it more than others, and you know, it is what it is. At least I guess they brought it back. They could have done it in a different way, and they could have brought it back probably not being a $70,000 van. You know what I mean? $70,000 Volkswagen van is a situation you're in if you want to buy one. Completely insane. And the dealership, let's see if they add those stickers on all the vehicles, because that'll show something. If they're like, oh, these are specialty, so we're not going to add it on everything. Let's see what they're doing here, because I do not like the addendum stickers, man. They are not cool. Not cool at all. Yeah, they got them on everything. Here we go. Let's see, yeah, you see them, add-on, 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 $36,000, man, SE here. I don't like addendum stickers. There's no way around it, because if you wanted to buy this vehicle directly from Volkswagen, you can't. In most states, there's something called franchise laws, which restrict you from buying directly from the manufacturer. And since most states have those laws, there's no system to even order directly from the manufacturer with all manufacturers, except a few electric. And it is what it is, and it's unfortunate, because it's sad, because NADA and all these organizations push for these dealerships to remain in power so they can keep selling us vehicles through them. Like, we are not allowed to buy this from Volkswagen. $53,000. This thing, it's been here a while. You can tell. 2025 Atlas Cross. Yeah, or Atlas, but it is what it is. We can't buy this car. We should be allowed to buy a car directly from the manufacturer. That's something that needs to change. And dealerships continue to add add-ons and anything like this. Anytime they get a specialty vehicle or anything, they want to add all this stuff. But we're here at Volkswagen. We haven't been here in many, many months. Look at this, $56,000. Man, that is a lot of money. And then the other thing, yeah, and then you can see all these add-ons, add-on after add-on. And the other thing is, I mean, is an Audi a Volkswagen? You know what I mean? You can start piecing apart an Audi, and you're going to see a lot of Volkswagen, you know, same parts. So people get on to me about, you know, a lot of brands, this and that. But yes, I will call an Audi a Volkswagen. I don't care. You know, I just don't care. At the end of the day, I just don't care. But these things are overpriced. There are lots completely full of brand new vehicles, a lot of brand new Volkswagens. Let's see, there are a few Jettas over here, because that's their more affordable vehicles. So let's see what they're working with here, because probably, I mean, they used to be in the 20s, you know, all day. You can pick a new Jetta up under $20,000 5 years ago, especially before they remodeled it, I think in 2020 or whenever, 2019. So let's see what you can get one for here. These are the Jettas, these are the GLIs. Let's see, hopefully no markups on these. I don't know why they would, but knowing this dealer, seeing all the add-ons, any chance they get, yeah, that's a lot of money. I wouldn't spend, I mean, that's basically $40,000 for a Jetta. At least it's a GLI, I guess, but man, you gotta spend the money. Spend the money. Now, let's see, these are the more reliable ones. Let's see here, I guess, or more affordable ones, sorry. Let's see what we're working with here. $24,000, okay. Hey, you know, if you get, I guess, a $7,000, $8,000 discount, you know, get it under $20,000, but I doubt half the dealerships are even willing to do that. But still, it's like, there's so many other vehicles to buy that are more reliable, for sure, that'll hold more value, you know what I mean? Volkswagen's not known to be reliable. Now, yes, I've seen a Volkswagen Jetta actually over 250,000 miles. It happens with every vehicle. But in general, in the masses, Volkswagens can have a lot of issues. They can be more difficult to work on. They're gonna all be turbos and all this stuff. It's not a recipe for long-term reliability. And to have this, whatever this thing is, this ID Buzz or whatever, over $70,000 at a Volkswagen dealership, those things should not go together. Well, look at that green. Definitely some interesting colors, but completely insane. I never thought I would see a $70,000+ vehicle at a Volkswagen dealership, and for them to add on to the cost. It's like, what are you thinking? You're adding on to the cost. And these have actually been sitting here a little bit. That's why I came here. I saw them sitting out here. I was like, oh, I got to come check these out. Man, over $70,000 at your local Volkswagen dealership. Let me know what you think. Would you buy one of these things? Let me know. Have a great day and stay blessed.